Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, hello, how are you? My name is Gina, and if you're new here, I'm so happy you decided to click on this video and join us here, and I hope you like it here and you stick around. And if you are returning, thank you so much for coming back, hanging out with me here. So in addition to running this YouTube channel, I also run an online plant shop called The Pink Trellis, found at thepinktrellis.com, where I sell propagations from many of the plants that you see right here on this channel every week. I sell them in my plant shop, and then occasionally I come to you with a video showing you some of the plants that I have uploaded or updated the shop with for that week. So that's what we're doing here today. That's what this video is going to involve. So you're going to see many plants here. If you are not in the market for plants, that's okay. You can just sit back, relax, and look at a bunch of different types of mostly Hoyas. I have lots of Hoyas and other stuff too. Maybe you'll see something you didn't even know was available, that you could add to your wish list, that you could get at a later time when you are ready to purchase plants. Yeah, so that is the plan for this video. So as some of you may know, I haven't had any plants available for a few weeks. I was busy working on other things. And so I took some time off, and now I'm ready to sell plants again. However, it is going to be a little bit different. It's going to be different. You're going to see it's changed a little bit. So in the past, I have uploaded plants on Wednesdays and Fridays. Currently, I don't really have enough plants to do two updates a week. So I'm going to be doing them just one day a week. I'm not sure how long that will last. I have so many plants right now in the grow out stage. It really depends on how fast those plants grow as to how soon again I will be having 2-day-a-week updates. So yeah, it all depends. But currently I just feel like I just don't have enough for 2 days a week. I don't think it will be long before I will, but time will tell. Time will tell how fast those plants will grow. Also, so I update my shop at 8:15 a.m. I'll be doing it on Friday, 8:15 a.m. I used to send out an email announcing that on Friday that new plants are in the shop. I'm pretty sure I'm going to be doing that differently. I'm going to be sending out that email the day before. I'm not sure what time the day before, but it will just alert you guys so you know that I will be having a shop update and some of the plants that will be available the following day after you receive that email. So I highly recommend that you sign up to my plant shop, subscribe to emails with my plant shop so that you can get that email, and so you know that yes, indeed, I will be updating my shop that week. So, and in other news, so you know, weather's changing, it is getting colder, and I have put heat packs back into my shop. So if your daytime temperatures, now daytime is the key word, daytime temperatures below 40 degrees Fahrenheit, I highly recommend adding a heat pack to your package. I also insulate all of my plants, so they do get that extra insulation, which does help. And yeah, so if you forget to add a heat pack, you can always message me and let me know. I'm not going to be checking your temperatures before I ship. That's all up to you guys to be aware of what your temperatures are. So I won't be looking. If there's no heat pack included in your order, I'll just assume that your temperatures are okay for shipping plants. So your temperatures are above 40 degrees Fahrenheit during the day. Daytime, 40 degrees Fahrenheit. So yeah, I'm trying to think if there's anything else I wanted to let you guys know. I think that is it. And yeah, so, oh, and at the very end of this video, there's going to be a little extra something. So my friend Heidi, she sent me a package that I want to open. I wanted her to be able to see me open the package, so I'm going to include it here at the end of this video. So if you want to tune into that, you can. My birthday is next week, and she wanted to send me a little something for my birthday, which is so sweet of her. And yeah, so that'll be at the end of this video if you want to stick around for that. And if not, that's okay too. So, all right, let's get into these plants. I have 2 bins of plants to show you guys. I brought you in a little bit closer so you can see it better. You can see them better. So, okay, first off, I have a Hoya, and this is the Hoya Hanie Pink. And there's a good look at it. You see what it looks like. It has a classic, kind of a classic shape to that leaf. It's called Hanie Pink because it gets pink flowers. And has my pink bloomed? I know for the first time this year, my Hanie Yellow bloomed for me, and it is so beautiful. The flower is so beautiful. Unfortunately, my mother plant, Hanie Yellow, was one I chopped up because if you know, you know, I chopped up a bunch of plants, and that was one of the ones I chopped up. So I have to start over with waiting for it to bloom, but it took a couple of years for me to actually get it to the point of blooming. So anyway, this is a starter plant. It's going to be a while before you're going to get any sort of blooms on this, but when it does bloom, the blooms should be pink. They should be pink, and they should be really pretty. If they're anything like the yellow, they will be really super pretty. So I have this one listed in the shop this week. Has a new little leaf. That's the newest leaf there at the top, popping out. Super cute, Hanie Pink. And then I have, this here is the Hoya Sprinkles. And this one is it's a Carnosa cross. So I recently had someone ask me to recommend a beginner Hoya to them. And I told the person that you want to look for Carnosas or Carnosa crosses because they are super hardy. They're really good growers. They grow fast. They're what I would call easy care. And this would be one. So this is, did I say it's a cross? It's a Carnosa. I believe Crinkle 8 is the cross with this one. And then it has these cute little sprinkles of spotting. I'm drawing a blank. Sprinkles of splash on these leaves. And it's a darker color green. Like the older leaves you see at the bottom, they're darker than, when they come out, they're lighter green, but then they do darken up to a pretty darker green shade. So that's Hoya Sprinkles, growing pretty big. And another darker leaf that I love, but also smaller leaf. So this here is the Hoya Lithophytica. And I just adore the dark green, kind of matte, not shiny, just kind of, and then it also has that kind of deep vein running down the center of the leaf. It's a cool plant. I've never seen this one bloom. Mine has not bloomed for me, so maybe they're not super easy bloomers. Maybe they take a few years to actually get to the point of blooming, but yeah, it's a nice one. It's big. It's a big one. Newest leaves up at the top. A lovely small leaf Hoya for you. And then I do have another small leafer for you. This is just your plain Hoya Bella. Yeah, the Bellas come in variegated versions also, which I don't have any. They're growing out right now, so they're in the grow out stage, but I do have just the solid green. I stuck it on a trellis. It is wound around this trellis because it's getting pretty big. In the few weeks I took time off, the plants didn't take time off. They continued to grow, but yeah, it's gotten nice and big for you. Hoya Bella. Another one that has been growing. This is Hoya manipurensis, and this one has a very unique shape to the leaf. Kind of looks like the Hoya daikie, which is a larger leaf Hoya, except this is a smaller leaf. I'm not sure the leaves get too much bigger than what you see here. They might, I'm not positive, but it's cool. It's an interesting plant. I think this one also, I think it trails. I think it has like a trailing habit to it, but I'm not positive. But I just love that shape of that leaf. Just kind of almost squared at the top, but a little indented. You see, it's just different, so different. And this one has 2 growth points on it. So you have this bigger, taller one here, and then you have this smaller one right here. Nice little plant for you. And then another one that has continued to just keep growing. This is, actually, I'm not sure. I think I may have had this one in my shop once before. I'm not positive, but this is the Hoya Snow. The name is on the screen. I don't know how to pronounce that name. I think it's Sui, C-U-I. I think it's Sui, but I'm not positive about that. But just it's kind of silvery, like mostly silvery with a little bit of darker green splotches in the leaves. A nice longer, like pointy leaf. It's a cool plant. I love it. I have a few of these. I had like 2, I think I have like 2 mother plants of this one that I've grown out. And you know, they grow pretty fast. They grow pretty fast, so. That is in the shop, was put into the shop. And then I have a super cutie for you, which I haven't had one of these in a pretty long time. It's been a while. I have this is Hoya Hushkeliana variegated. So that's inner variegation. It does come in others. I also have an outer variegated, which I may be posting sometime fairly soon. I think I only have like 1 or 2 near ready to go. But this is the classic one. This is the one, if you have the Hoya Hushkeliana variegated, most likely you do have the inner variegated like this one. A really cute little Hoya, super cute, adorable. And it looks like this one has a couple of growth points on it. So this is your main one here, but it looks like there might be another one starting like right at the top. So you'll have another one pop out there. And then there is a little cutting, rooted cutting down here that just hasn't popped out any growth yet, but eventually it should. So yeah, so adorable, right? Hoya Hushkeliana, inner variegated, or variegated. And then finally, as far as Hoyas go, I do have one more of the New Guinea Ghost, Hoya New Guinea Ghost. She's got some baby little leaves popping out at the top there. See those? And yeah, just a lovely silvery color Hoya. Another one that's a pretty fast grower. Another one that I love, adore this plant, Hoya New Guinea Ghost. That was put into the shop this week. So that's it for the Hoyas. Now I do have some other fun stuff for you guys here. I have some, I have a mix, like a nice mix of genuses of plants. So first off, I have this Philodendron Rio available. It has root, look at this leaf right here, so pretty. I'm not like a huge fan of philodendrons, but I absolutely adore the trailing philodendrons. Look at this leaf here. And I just love the creaminess of the variegation in the leaves. Super pretty. Philodendron Rio, and I have a nice big Syngonium. This is Syngonium Frosted Heart. You see how big it is. Very pretty. Love the silveriness to the leaves on this one as well. Gorgeous plant, big, available. And then I had, this next one I'm going to show you was in my last shop update, I believe. And so I closed up my shop for a few weeks, but I still have this one. So this here is Piper crocatum. Look at the leaves on this one. So beautiful. I love the purpliness of this leaf. So again, I closed my shop, but the plant continued to grow, and you can see just like how big it is. So this is a vining plant, and it does like humidity. I haven't tried it in ambient, so I don't know how it would do in ambient, but it loves humidity. My grow tent typically is between it's usually around 60% humidity, but sometimes if I forget to fill my humidifier, it does drop into the 50%. So, and I know some people like 50% is like a common humidity for their ambient, which, wow, nice for you. Ours is typically 30% in the summertime. In the wintertime, it's going to be in the teens. However, we do have a whole house humidifier, which I set to 30% for the whole house. So it's typically my ambient will stay 30% with the help of my whole house humidifier. But yeah, anyway, Piper crocatum. This one is available in the shop. Nice big one if you've been wanting one. Nice, really nice here. And then finally, I have an Anthurium for you guys. So this is a baby. It doesn't really look like a baby so much anymore, but this is one I created by crossing. It's a cross between the Anthurium Silver Blush and the Anthurium Forgetii. So Silver Blush is the mother and Forgetii is the father. And I pollinated the two, and I got the berries, and I planted the berries, and now we have the plants. So this is Silver Blush. Here's a close-up of what it looks like. That's the biggest leaf right there. Silver Blush crossed with Forgetii. That is in the shop, or that was put into the shop this week. So that, you guys, is it. That is everything I have uploaded into my shop this week. And like I said, hopefully it won't be too long before I have two time a week updates, but currently it's just going to be 1 day a week for the foreseeable future. It really, honestly, it just really depends on how fast my plants grow, my propagations grow. So if you have any questions, let me know in the comments. I hope you enjoyed seeing all these guys. And like I said, even if you're not in the market for plants, it's just kind of fun to just sit back and look at plants. Even if, I mean, you don't have to buy plants. If you're on a plant ban, or if you are content with the plants you have, perfectly fine. That's great. But it's still fun, at least for me. I'm kind of like on a plant ban. Not really a plant ban. I'm not banning myself from buying plants, but I'm just like, there's nothing I currently want. So I'm just like, but that doesn't mean I don't like still looking at plants, seeing people's plants. So yeah. All right, so now coming up next, I'll do the gift opening. Yeah, hopefully it's coming UPS, so I'm not sure like what time it's going to get here. It's probably going to be later in the day. Or maybe I'll even film tomorrow. I don't know. But anyway, if you're done, I will say goodbye to you here now if you don't want to see that gift opening. And I want to thank you for hanging out with me here. And hopefully I'll see you in the next video. All right, you guys. The package has arrived. Now this came from Heidi. I told you it's from Heidi. So Heidi she's a part of this community here. I met her right here on my channel, and we've done some exchanges in the past. I did a box opening of something she sent. She sends cool stuff. Such cool stuff. She knows what I like these little, you can't see them, but like she sent me these little crystal mushrooms. Look how adorable that is. That, and there's other crystals, and yeah, like the little mushroom person crystal, which is really cool. This one right here. So anyway, she sent me stuff before. I have sent her some things, and she asked when my birthday is because she wanted to send me something for my birthday. So that's what this is. So I'm super excited to open this up, to show her, to share, to let her share in my excitement for her. She's so generous, so thoughtful, and so generous, so sweet. Ooh, I almost cut myself there. Some sharp scissors. So when you are opening boxes with scissors, don't stick your hand like on the blade right here. That's what I did. Oh, it did cut my hand just a tiny little bit. All right. Anyway, I've never done that before. Lesson learned. Okay, here we go. See what this is. Now, I don't expect it's going to be plants. There's a nice little note. I gotta read the note. Aw, look. Butterflies. So sweet, Heidi. Thank you so much. She says happy birthday and a little note, but I'm going to keep it private just because I don't know if she'd want me to share that, but very sweet. Thank you so much. Ooh. There are several things in here. We have this. We have this. We have this. And we have this. And my goodness, is this handmade? And we have this. Okay, so I'm going to start with we're going to start at the bottom. We're going to start from the bottom and go forward. Oh, and this. Don't want to miss anything. All right. So, let's see. How cute is that? Look at that. It's a wall hanging. And it has mushrooms and moths and flowers. You guys know what I like. You know what I love. Look how pretty that is. Oh my gosh. I wonder if I could stick it. I'm going to stick it on the trellis. It's going on the trellis. You're going to see it on the trellis. That is where that is going to live. So much stuff. My goodness. Can kind of see through the bag on this one a little bit. Cute little taffeta bags too. Is it a fox? I think it's a fox. It is. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Look how adorable. All right, Heidi, you're going to have to tell me what the stone is. That is so sweet. I know exactly where I'm going to put this too. I have like a little house-shaped thing that you put little miniatures on it, and I have spaces left to fill, so that is definitely going on my little miniature collectibles shelf. Oh my goodness. Look how beautiful. A prism. That is gorgeous. Look at all the colors. It's almost like when you look at it, it's like a kaleidoscope. Look at that. How pretty. Thank you. I don't know, is it just glass or is it a crystal? I don't know. You know I don't know my crystals. I don't know my crystals all that well, but it's gorgeous. I know that. It's gorgeous. Let's see what this one is. You really didn't. This is so much. I love these little bags. I have never seen one like this. Look. It's a flower. How cute is that? You'll have to let me know again what this is. I would say, and I know nothing. I know nothing. I do see like there's like layers in there, like layers to the crystal. Is that just quartz? I don't know, but it's fantastic. Love it. I feel spoiled. It feels like Christmas. Ooh, how pretty. Oh, look at that. Okay, is this smoky quartz? Look at that. It's heart-shaped. Oh, it's beautiful. And it has the little, I don't know the names of this stuff, but it has like a really cool, you probably can't see it through there, but it has like layers inside of it. That is so awesome. Love it. Thank you. Oh, a seahorse. Look. Now I used to have, I never had seahorses, but for many years I had saltwater aquariums, and like I knew people who kept seahorses in their aquariums, but I never did it because it's like difficult. They're just kind of difficult, so I just never tried it, but I do love them. I love all little sea creatures. So cute. All right, I think this is the last thing. I want to make sure I have everything here. The last thing is a big thing. Oh, look. A mushroom with a velvet top. So pretty. Look at that. Look at the bottom. It has like, it looks like a real mushroom. It's got the ridges underneath. So cool. I have lots of mushrooms like this. I collect them. I like them in my decor. That is it. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much, Heidi, for just being so sweet. And yeah, I don't deserve this. I don't. So, but I love it all, and thank you. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed seeing this unboxing of everything, and the rest of you, I hope you enjoyed it too if you stuck around. So, all right, that is going to be it. Thanks for joining me here today, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Bye-bye.